Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about Kickstarter today, and I want to bring forth something that aligns with the YouTube channel that I do have security in mind. Now, that alignment comes up to a gadget called the CyperPRO. I am by no means here on an early stage of this project. I'm just trying to give you my insights and talking about reflections that I have about, some of the, recent tech projects on Kickstarter. Also go ahead and talk about this kind of project right here. What is it all about and what should we expect? Also, I'm gonna draw some conclusions towards some of the other tech projects that are also on Kickstarter. One of them that we all do talk about is the Monster Tech M1. That is the CyperPRO clone. Now, so far we only seen one real device that is the CyperPRO, and it is the CyperPRO. So, have we seen other devices that can do the same thing, that actually done, you can buy? Not really. So, I also talked about why we haven't, because really what the Flipper can do is not something that can already not be done by using other techniques or devices already there in the markets, been there for 20, 30 plus years, most of it. However, what CyperPRO did is to assemble everything in one final device. Today, as I also said, we're going to talk about the CyperPRO, not so much about what it is, but more like the whole process on Kickstarter. First of all, they launched this project at some point in time. Not really sure exactly when, but they have this typical setup of doing the main goal, animation towards screen protector, new colors, high range, something, and cyber AI. So they do talk about a lot of money, $600,000. They got up to $170,000 to bring this project to life, which is a 1,184 baggers. Now, we are seeing this kind of numbers on baggers on these kind of projects because, in all honesty, let's just check out why this unit was so interesting for people. The CyperPRO is a multi-tool for pen testers, hardware, free shoe something does, using fancy words, open source, and really it does talk about, Wi-Fi modules, Bluetooth, near field communication, RFID, sub 1 gigahertz transceiver, infrared transceiver, custom antennas, GPIO, U2F tokens on an account safety, bad USB, open source firmware, micro SD card. So this is like a one unit, looking like the same kind of specs we see on the CyperPRO, but this is more like a gadget that is, with a high screen resolution. We can just take the image, for example, just zoom it a bit. I was like, yeah, it looks really nice. This is, of course, something generated in a computer. This is not the real device. But it looks like something that, you like a small machine you play a game on, like a ping pong or whatever you call those kind of games, right? So it is a really interesting device, I would like to say. They promise all the things there are to promise and yada 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 yada. I'm not really. This is not so much about the unit itself. Um, and they promise a lot of things. They have the same kind of, interesting GIF files that show the animations, and we can scroll through all of this. It's very well constructed, I would say professionally constructed in many ways, and they have this reward thing going on where you can buy one, you can buy two, three, or you can buy whatever this is, the metal limited edition. Oh yeah, so all these was the standard and then the metal. And we do have a roadmap here. I want to go ahead and open the roadmap. The roadmap clearly states that on January 2022, they launched the Cyber concept and talked about it, the first 3D print prototype, and so on. And also the final device prototype was here. And then in 2023 June, in 2023 June, you're preparing for it, and they launched it on Kickstarter. So it's been more than a year on Kickstarter now. And no, preparing for a Kickstarter. Yeah. So it's not there yet. So it would seem that in October 23 they created the Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, sorry for that. And then they did this and that, and now we are well beyond, the shipping promise of whatever they did. There is no extra date for 2024 like December. We are way beyond that. And my understanding is that things are actually not 100% as it was promised. Also, looking at the image, we're gonna check out how does the prints look, and we're gonna zoom in on this. Not too much, maybe it's just more than enough. We can see some glare here, and we do see something that looks like 3D printed, And you can get really great 3D printing cases if you use the liquid 3D printing stuff. You're not exactly sure what that is named. I use an FDM 3D printer, which is like a thin layer with PLA materials and stuff like that. But there's the other one with the liquids that become really smooth, and it looks beautiful. And this maybe not the black one. And here also the printed prototypes with all the different kind of buttons and so on. And when you assemble that, they actually have something here that looks like it's not faked. It's just a real thing. So they do have something there, and I'm the thing is, this screen itself looks distorted in a way that we would definitely get from a normal image with some sort of, is that an arm or something taking a picture? I don't really know. Anyways, it looks like they actually did something. And what about all of this? We have a lot of, designers here, people, early stage supporters, social media strategists, cyber electronics, software developer, CEO, cyber designer, and film editor. All that good stuff. Email address and some links. So people probably gonna ask, well, is this project still here? Is all the rewards done and bought? Well, it seems like they are. So going back again to the top, and this is where the conclusion is gonna be. Well, is this shipped? And we can see that the last update was the March the 15th, 2024. Let's go ahead and check out the updates now. What are we seeing? So let's okay, so let's go to the update around where this should be close to shipping. So we have like the January, the February, so around 14, 15 days. December, it's still within the reasonable amount of posting. There's November 2 updates, 3 updates November, October. So they also have project fund successfully. So it seems really nice about this. So let's read one of the latest updates, the one called antenna testing and closure. So let's click on that. And they talk about, a lot of things, update to the CyperPRO mentioned earlier on Discord server where you can find real-time updates. That's really nice. They have a Discord server showing, a lot of promise. Yeah, so not really sure if they say anything. So there are some comments to this, any change, they may changing type and so on. I can still get Discord server as the valid link. That's a valid link. Link shows as invalid. So I'm really sure if, Also, there is a Discord link right there. You can click on it. And it does seem like the Discord is taken down, at least the link they have right there. Let's go one back now and take the last update called the Discord rating. Not sure. The last hour has brought unexpected events. Cavitate and Bill Nye uses my Wi-Fi have conducted a raid on the Discord server. Steps will be taken within the next 24 hours to restore normal ration. A link to the new server provided on our website. And that's it really, and they're going to be in March 2024. And now people starting talking about refunds, definitely a rock pool. So no updates since Discord server raid, just about a month ago. So now the people start talking about they want money back and so on, not looking good, hope for refunds and so on. When the shipments start well, blah blah blah, update required. There's been nothing here. So this is one of the tech projects we see. We see some patterns here going on. Should we expect to see more of the same patterns on the Monster Tech M1? Where they just suddenly disappear. Now I don't know if there's a website, but we can just take I'll take the text, I guess, and see like there is something like that. And there's some Discord, some Reddit. I'm not sure what the website is. Is it Tech Tabulab? Let's just see if this is the FabTulab. It doesn't look like it. Let's just see what this is all about. No, it's just a lab toys place. Not really sure if they have a website. I honestly don't know. I didn't see it. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it. But, this is just another one of those pre-order, page not found. So, it's CyperPRO. There we go. So what we can do now is to take this CyperPRO, go to Google, paste it in and see. Yeah, also say like 404. So it's not there. It's not there at all. So it seems like we can also go to Wayback Machine, and that is one way of trying to find the website and what it was. And now the website is down. We can definitely go ahead and click it and see there's a lot of activity in 2024. We can just pick like the latest one there and click it to get an impression of page not found. So okay. So let's take the one there, the June one. Definitely should present something, I guess. So we can get an impression of how it looked and what people were looking into. Not that we can get anything from it, What is on Wayback Machine is just a copy, a glimpse of what there was. There we have it, It looks pretty nice, I download app. Yeah, so it does look like there are some pretty neat constructed website, and I would like to say that, I totally understand why people is gonna be fooled by these kind of things, because it looks pretty professional. Why would someone put that much effort into a website? I want to break it now. This is not a difficult thing to do. You could just send this image, and then you can, well, render it out in different kind of, orientations or at the 3D model and send it to someone on Fiverr, and get them to make something like this, pretty easy. Maybe it's even a template to just download, since it's not a real website anymore, so it's going to be difficult for me. Go to shop. We can try and navigate it the best way we can on then we have the same amount again. So it looks pretty professional to have something to show, and I would say if this website was online, I would also be like, wow, it looks really good. Look, click on the Discord page, and Discord doesn't work, so let's not focus on that. And the blog page is also pretty interesting. News, Kickstarter, the campaign has ended. And it does seem like, things are in order. We're going back to the updates, in the comments, and take the latest one, like 15 hours ago. So this was a scam. I actually forgot about it until today. It's such a disappointment. They do throw a lot of hate on Kickstarter. I can't blame people whenever they're getting scammed. It's never fun to be scammed, but it's just the way it is. If this is the case, it does seem like it was scammed now, and um um yeah yeah, there are some people being really mad about it, and I totally and fully understand that. And then we'll just see if we can find any reply from the authors. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna scroll too much, so we're gonna go back now to this the M1 multi tool, and we're gonna see that they have the last update in October 22nd. That's some days ago. I understand maybe 50 days, something like that. And we will definitely see that this kind of updates, one for backers only and one for, and since I am a backer of this project, actually I am, I can see them all. And we have a lot of, updates and so on. So I'm just definitely saying that there are some, raised fingers here from my end also now towards, when are we going to see some action from Monster Tech? I've been more enthusiastic about it whenever they were more active. But, at some point in time, we just all get caught by the slipstream and being pulled down. I'm really trying my best not to be caught by any slipstream at all. I just want to basically say, I'm really sorry that someone actually tried to scam people, get some easy money. Maybe they start, real. Maybe they get very insecure with. Maybe they get, mad with each other. They become unfriendly, and the CEO and so on. They started to be like, "What is all this about?" So, and then they started to throw something, at people and getting really angry. So whatever happened, to CyperPRO, I have no idea. About the raid, I think maybe it was the last, shot in the wild to say like, okay, so we are backing out of this. I guess this is the way it is. Maybe they spent a lot of money already. To their defense, and I don't want to make it a defense. 170,000 dollars is a lot of money, and they probably could have paid something back. Okay, so I guess for me to say and for us to verify what are we going to do with Kickstarter projects, tech related in the future and so on, I definitely want to say that it's a really good idea to be backers for some projects, but you gotta make sure that they are real. And that can be really difficult if they reply their emails, if they post a lot, they show good stuff, but maybe also think, is this something that I really want, or is it just something that I want to see being sold officially? And then I can wait until it's done, because the waiting time as a bagger is the same waiting time if you're not a bagger. Okay, that's just something we cannot discuss, right? Because it's true. Anyways, I would say for this video, this is what I want to say. Just some insights, me sharing what I think about some of the projects on Kickstarter. And I'm not really going to mention any more than now, but please think about your choices in the future. If you have a really hard time getting scammed, and I know, why am I saying these kind of things? Getting a hard time, having a hard time getting scammed. No one have an easy time getting scammed. No one want to be scammed. But if it is like that Kickstarter projects sometimes fail, and they do, I would like to say don't invest in Kickstarter if you don't can smile about it and say like, okay, someone is having a really, really bad smell from their behinds for doing this. It's their life. It is them doing it. It shouldn't dictate you. So if you're a good guy and you invest in a Kickstarter project with all the right intentions, please keep those intentions and say like, okay, this is really sad. I'm not happy with it. I'm a disappointed person. I know. I've been there on that, but just have to look through it and say, I don't need the money. They probably needed it to feel better, but they are not feeling better. Now they can never be trusted again. That is the way you should think.